Automatic cars seem simple. Just shift to D and go. But that simplicity hides danger. In this video, we'll cover the 19 deadly mistakes drivers make in automatic cars. And some could wreck your transmission, wear out your brakes, or even put your life at risk. Watch all 19 mistakes in order, because the last few are the ones even experienced drivers still get wrong. Ignore them, and your car could pay the price. Let's dive in. Mistake number 19. Putting the car in park without pulling the handbrake. Your transmission's parking pal holds your car in place. But here's the problem. It's not built for heavy strain. If you park on a hill or uneven ground without using the handbrake, you're putting all that weight on a tiny metal pin inside your transmission. Over time, this constant pressure wears it down. One day, it could snap. And if that happens, your car might roll away on its own. Imagine the damage that could cause. Even on flat ground, skipping the handbrake is risky. It stresses your engine mounts and transmission, leading to expensive repairs. And let's be real, fixing a wrecked gearbox isn't cheap. It could set you back $300 to $1,500 depending on your car. The right way to park is to always pull the handbrake before releasing the brake pedal. Then, when you're ready to go, press the brake pedal, shift into gear, and then release the handbrake. Mistake number 18. Driving through deep waters. Oil and water don't mix is not just a saying. It's a very expensive reality. Your transmission has vents to release pressure, but those same vents can let water in. And once that happens, your car is in serious trouble. Four-wheel drives have higher vents to keep water out. However, in most regular cars, they sit much lower, right on the transmission. That means even a few inches of water could seep inside. Water in the transmission fluid turns it into a thick, milky sludge. This eats away the glue that holds your clutch packs together, and within hours, your clutch plates could start failing. Draining the fluid won't fix it. Once water gets in, the damage begins. Your transmission will start slipping, and soon, it could fail completely. A full replacement can cost anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000. Unless you're driving a serious off-roader, stay out of deep water. Mistake number 17. Switching gears when the car is still moving. If you shift into park while the car is still rolling, you're putting massive strain on a tiny metal part, the parking pal. This small lever is meant to lock a stopped car in place, not bring a moving one to a halt. Do it too often, and the pal can snap. If that happens, your car could start rolling unexpectedly. Ever heard a grinding noise when shifting into park? That's your warning sign. It means the pal is struggling to engage, and damage is already happening. The same rule applies when switching between drive and reverse. If you don't come to a complete stop first, you're forcing the transmission to act like brakes. That kind of stress can lead to failure, and a replacement could cost over $3,000. Some newer cars won't let you shift while moving, but if yours does, don't risk it. Always come to a full stop before changing gears. Mistake number 16. Turning off the car before it's in park. Never take your foot off the brake until you've shifted into park. And don't skip the parking brake. It's a small step, but if you skip it, disaster could strike. Most modern cars won't let you turn off the engine unless it's in park. But if your car does let you turn it off in gear, you're playing with fire. What's the worst that could happen? Well, your car could roll away, especially if you forget to engage the parking brake. In neutral, it can drift in both directions. In drive or reverse, it'll roll in one direction, but still dangerous. And here's the scary part. If your car is still in gear and the safety features fail, you could damage the drivetrain and transmission. Mistake number 15. Revving on a cold engine. When the engine is cold, parts like pistons and rings haven't expanded yet. they don't fit together properly, causing unnecessary wear and stress. Cold revving forces sudden temperature changes, straining the engine's delicate parts. When you start your engine, the oil isn't circulating properly yet. Cold oil is thick and doesn't lubricate well. So, revving too soon means your engine is working with inadequate lubrication, which causes more wear. Let the engine warm up first. On a hot day, let it idle for at least 1 minute. On cold days, give it 5 minutes. This lets the oil flow and lubricates the engine properly. And don't trust just the coolant temperature gauge. Oil heats up slower than coolant. Your engine may still be cold even if the gauge says it's warm. Want to avoid more cold start mistakes? Watch 9 cold start mistakes that secretly wreck your engine and keep your car running strong. Mistake number 14, driving with 2 feet. It might seem like a shortcut for better control, but automatic cars are designed for 1-foot driving. Using both feet creates confusion, especially during a sudden stop. Here's the problem. If you keep your left foot on the brake, even a little, you're riding the brake. This constant pressure wears out your brake pads fast. Over time, you could face overheating or complete brake failure. That'll cost you anywhere from $100 to $300 per axle to replace. In an emergency, your brain could get mixed up, and you might press the wrong pedal. That could end in disaster. 2-foot driving isn't illegal, only that it's a risky habit. Leave it to the pros on the racetrack. Stick to 1 foot and keep your car and yourself safe. Mistake number 13, hard launches. When you step on the gas, fuel mixes with air, creating an explosion that powers the engine. The faster this happens, the more stress it puts on your car. Imagine your engine jumping from 900 RPM to over 10,000 RPM in seconds. That's more than 10 times faster. Hard acceleration puts massive strain on your engine, clutch, gears, and bearings. Yes, your car is built to handle some pressure, but constantly revving up too fast causes wear and tear. It's the same reason race cars need constant maintenance. They deal with extreme acceleration every day. Keep flooring it over and over and you'll burn through key components. What's, therefore, best? Smooth and steady acceleration. It's the best way to protect your car, extend its life, and save yourself a big repair bill. Mistake number 12, coasting on neutral while driving downhill. In newer cars, the engine automatically cuts off fuel when you're slowing down in gear, so coasting in neutral doesn't save you any gas. In fact, in some states, it's even illegal. That's not all. Coasting in neutral puts your safety at risk. When your car is in neutral, you lose control over acceleration and speed. In an emergency, you can't quickly speed up or stop to avoid danger. Instead of coasting, downshift manually using the 2 or 1 gears. This keeps you in control while maintaining a safe speed. Always drive at a comfortable pace and stick to posted speed limits. And don't forget, coasting in neutral also causes damage. Shifting back into drive while idling puts extra strain on the drivetrain. Plus, it makes you rely more on your brakes, which wear out faster. Mistake number 11, adding unnecessary performance modifications. Mods can make your car look unique, but performance mods in automatic cars often do more harm than good. Automatics just don't have the same control as manuals, so you won't get the results you expect. If you really want more power, it's better to start with a car designed for performance. Manual transmissions give you more control, making upgrades worth it. Some drivers stick to cosmetic mods, like new wheels or a body kit. That's fine, go ahead. But performance mods, like engine tuning or transmission tweaks, can cause serious damage. Automatics just aren't built for the stress that performance mods bring. Push too hard, and your car could break down. Instead of wasting money on mods, Save up for a car that's built to perform. Protect your car and avoid unnecessary damage. Mistake number 10, turning off the engine immediately after a hard drive. When you drive hard, your car stays hot. In manual cars, downshifting helps cool things down. But in automatics, the power keeps running even when you stop. Shutting off the engine too quickly stops the oil and coolant flow, which is essential for cooling the engine. Without them, heat gets trapped inside, causing a hot soak. This stresses out your engine parts and makes them wear out faster. It's even worse with high-mileage cars. Cracked exhaust manifolds and other parts can start failing from the heat. If you drive a turbocharged car, you need to be extra careful. Turbos spin at crazy high speeds, over 100,000 RPM. Turning off the engine too soon cuts off the oil flow to the turbo, causing serious damage. Let your car cool for a minute before turning off the engine. Mistake number 9, idling the car in drive for too long. When your car is idling, the engine is still working hard. It's firing cylinders, running the alternator, and using belts. This constant strain adds up over time and wears out your engine faster. Highway driving is easier on your car than city driving. That's because city driving often means a lot of idling, and sitting in drive for 30 to 40 minutes is like a long commute with stop-and-go traffic. It stresses your car's engine without adding any miles to the odometer. Idling also hurts fuel efficiency. Your engine doesn't run at its best. This can lead to incomplete combustion, carbon buildup, and even fouled spark plugs. You'll burn more fuel and waste money. Worse, unburnt fuel can mix with engine oil, making it less effective. This forces you into more frequent oil changes. If you're waiting, switch to park or turn off the engine. It'll save your car and your wallet. Mistake number 8, neglecting transmission fluid changes. Your transmission is one of the most expensive parts of your car. And guess what? It relies on clean fluid to work smoothly. Over time, that fluid breaks down, loses effectiveness, and can lead to serious damage. The worst part, fixing a failed transmission can cost up to $1,500. Older cars have dipsticks, making it easy to check fluid levels. But newer cars? Not so much. Many don't have one at all. Always check your owner's manual to learn how to inspect your car properly. But don't just check the level, pay attention to the color. Fresh fluid is bright red or pink. When you notice it dark, burnt, or gritty, that's a sign of trouble. If it looks foamy, someone overfilled it, which can cause leaks. Too low will also lead to wear and overheating. Don't wait, change it before it's too late. Mistake number 7, frequent engine cycling. Every time you start your car, the starter motor, battery, and ignition system take a hit. And guess what? The more they work, the faster they fail. Turning off the engine isn't always the smart move. If you're stopping at a red light, keep it running. Stuck in dead-stop traffic for several minutes? That's when it makes sense to shut it down. Modern cars have auto start-stop systems designed to handle frequent shutdowns. But manually cycling the engine too often can drain the battery, stress the ignition, and even mess with fuel efficiency. And here's the surprise. Restarting uses fuel too. If you stop for only a minute or two, you're not saving gas. You're just wearing out your car. Mistake number 6, resting your hand on the shift lever. It feels natural. Just resting your hand on the shifter while driving. But that small habit is slowly wrecking your transmission. The shift fork and synchronizer weren't built to handle constant pressure. Even slight weight adds unnecessary strain. Over time, this causes rough shifting and excessive wear. Think of it like leaving a heavy book on a soft cushion. At first, no big deal, but leave it long enough, and it leaves an ugly, permanent dent. Some modern cars use Morse cables, which reduce direct wear on the shifter. But that doesn't mean you're in the clear. Vibrations from the gearbox still add stress. The fix is simple. Keep your hands off the shifter. Instead, use the armrest or keep both hands on the wheel. Mistake number 5, tailgating and late braking. Tailgating cuts your reaction time and increases the risk of a crash. In an automatic, it's even worse because automatic's mass speed. The smooth ride makes it easy to misjudge distance and stopping time. 1 second, you're cruising. The next, you're slamming the brakes hard. But braking at the last second isn't just dangerous. It shreds your brake pads, overheats the system, and drains fuel efficiency. And if you think replacing brakes is cheap, you are wrong. A full brake job can cost hundreds. Instead, scan the road ahead. Ease off the gas early instead of waiting to slam the brakes. Let momentum slow you down naturally. Manual cars slow down when you lift off the gas. Automatics, not so much. You need to actively manage your speed. Smooth driving saves your brakes, your gas, and your life. Mistake number 4, engine braking. Some drivers do this on steep hills to avoid brake wear. Yet, automatic transmissions aren't designed for it. Forcing your car into a lower gear too often stresses the transmission. It creates excess heat, increases friction, and wears out internal components, which can lead to transmission failure over time. There's another danger: no brake lights. When you engine brake, drivers behind you have no warning that you're slowing down. In traffic, that's a recipe for a rear-end collision. Instead, use your brakes properly. Light, consistent braking gives you control without overheating your system. If you're on a steep downhill, tap the brakes intermittently rather than relying on engine braking. Mistake number 3, skipping gears while shifting. Automatic cars are built for smooth, effortless shifting. But when you manually shift gears, missing a step can be dangerous. Some drivers rush through gears, jumping from reverse to drive too fast or skipping neutral. That's a big mistake. Sudden gear changes shock the transmission, causing wear on clutches, gears, and internal components. Even worse, forcing the shifter. If you push too hard or move it carelessly, you risk misalignment inside the gearbox. Automatic transmissions aren't designed for aggressive handling. Shift carefully and in order. Never slam the shifter or skip a gear. Rushing won't save time, but it might cost you thousands in repairs. Mistake number 2, ignoring overheating. Your transmission can't survive extreme heat for long. Overheating destroys fluid, increases friction, and wears out internal parts fast. Ignore it, and you could face a complete transmission failure. Every car has a temperature warning light, but it may not always warn you specifically about the transmission. Instead, you might notice slipping gears, delayed acceleration, or a burning smell, all signs that your transmission is overheating. Prevent this disaster before it starts. Check your fluid levels regularly and watch for discoloration or a burnt smell. Avoid aggressive driving in extreme heat and make sure your cooling system is working. Mistake number 1, forgetting to check for software updates. Your car's transmission relies on software to shift smoothly, but just like any software, it needs updates. Automakers release updates to fix shifting delays, rough gear changes, and reduce wear. When you ignore these, your car's transmission works less efficiently. This can lead to poor performance, higher fuel consumption, and even transmission failure over time. The worst part? It's avoidable. Many dealerships and service centers offer software updates for free. So why risk it? Avoid these deadly mistakes and save your car from disaster. If you want a smooth, long-lasting ride, watch our next video on 17 car maintenance tips everyone should know. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more game-changing car tips.